Good morning, beautifuls. Happy March. It is Sunday, March 1st, 2020. You know, they've got that saying, in like a lion, out like a lamb, and it's going to describe how your spring goes. Is that for March? Have you guys heard about that? So I looked at my window and it was snowing. These snow particles are really quite small. Oh, there we go. Do you see them? It looks like glitter. It actually looks a little bit like snow that's going to be around for a while. Not quite thick as a fog. The funny thing here, like there's so many different types of snow. And I once heard that the Inuit have over 50 different words that describe snow. And being out here, I believe it. I've had the pleasure of experiencing so many different types of snow. So, my moment of beauty today is actually the snow. How many times can I say snow, snow, snow? Usually in March, we get a pretty significant snowfall. I'm going to have to check back on my Instagram to see just what about days they are. I have not checked the weather forecast today, but I looked out my window and I see snow. It is only -4. I see a squirrel. There's a branch over there with a squirrel on the end of it. So cute. They go out to the ends of it and they take off those little tiny pine cones and they throw them and then they stash them. Usually in my neighbor's garage. If you sit and watch the squirrels, they really are quite interesting. They can teach you a lot if you just sit and watch a squirrel for a little while. They are really a beautiful... Oh, I'm running across the snow. Do you see it by those big trees over there? It's just right down there right now. See him moving around? So these little guys, they work and they forage and they scavenge and they gather. Oh, he's on a little stump. We can still see the stump. There he goes. She goes. And they gather and they explore and they spaz and they freak out. And they're just so cute. She's on that little pile of stuff right there. See if it comes running back. Oh, it's coming towards the house. Little bugger. And they do that. They've got this whole network of trails that go... Oh, it's on the... Oh, I see you, you little thing. It is in... It's in the crabapple tree. And, oh, sorry guys, this is horrible. Right above where I have the... Where are we here? Come on, one more tree over. Nope, can't quite see it. Right above where I have that beautiful, beautiful... Oh. Hey, buddy. What are you doing down there? Think it felt us watching it? And I thought some of those were bird feet. Oh, it's already over in the big line of trees. Man, those things can move. I wonder if it's the same one that was out. Remember a couple days ago when they stared me down? So where was I? Oh, about watching squirrels. They are a beautiful little critter. As much as a pain that they can be, watching them gather and hunt and just not stop and have that bountiful energy, watching them play and explore and eye up new things. And they are truly just in that moment being squirrels. I see them jump from tree to tree. I see them chase each other. I've seen squirrels in the middle of running. They start meeting. Like, seriously, these things are crazy. And they remind me about having some fun, about being young and free, about running and feeling the wind in your hair, about spinning until you fall down. Those are the things that squirrel reminds me of. Gathering resources. It's not even so much as a planning as, okay, gotta get food for dinner, gotta feed the family, gotta put stores away for the winter. They're just little work beings. But watching them play is a whole other thing. Those guys are crazy. They will literally jump tree to tree, 100 feet up in the air, and I don't know what they're thinking as they're doing it, but it does look like a lot of fun. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, watch the Disney movie The Sword and the Stone, and when the boy gets turned into a squirrel. And it's just really funny the way the antics are. They've nailed it. Classic Disney nailed it with those scenes. So they're very cute to watch. And you know what? They do make me giggle. So they do bring me relief. They bring me smiles. They bring me laughs. So now we've gone on about 5 minutes about squirrels. Let's talk about gratitude. Oh, I just bumped my head looking for it. I'm grateful to actually have these little critters running around. I am grateful for all the critters and the new things I've gotten to experience since we've moved out here. This is only our 5th winter here. And so actually getting to recognize habits, patterns, and things like that about animals that are in the area. I've been seeing moose everywhere. I've been seeing deer everywhere. And it took a long time for them to show themselves to me, because it was like I had it in my head for a long time. Well, there's no mountains where the animals live. Because back home in BC, all the animals lived in the mountains. So having the prairie land and learning from it and being a part of this is just so fantastic, and having that experience. And you know what? Yeah, we do get minus 40 days. We do get plus 40 days. It's like an extreme here. But being able to see the crops and see the machines and understand the lifestyle and submerge ourselves into things that we want to learn about has been absolutely fantastic. And I'm so grateful that we took that chance, that we just put it all on the line and did it. I'm just so grateful for that. I'm so grateful that we're still doing it 5 years later. I'm so grateful that we are making plans to move forward and bigger, and everything that we've been taught along the way that we need to know going into it. And I mean, because ultimately our goal is to have big land and to do experimental housing, zero impact, low impact, environmental footprint housing, and to have people come and do this with us, and to be able to help people in that sort of way, in that sort of capacity. Long-term goals here, right? Like having those acres in order to do restorative agriculture. Long-term goals is having those acres to build the earthship, to build experimental housing like hobbit huts, working with hempcrete, things that are a lower footprint on the environment, reusing wastewater, using natural resources like solar and wind for power. And we want to have enough buildings to have our families come and live there and provide for themselves if that's what they choose to do, and be able to help people learn skills and. So our long-term goals are huge, and we needed this lily pad right here in order to submerge ourselves into an environment like that in order to move ahead. Oh, squirrel's going back. Watch down in there. So I'm just really grateful for these opportunities. I'm really grateful for the risks that we were able to take in order to get here and how things work out. And I'm really grateful that I've given myself to the universe so the universe can provide for me, so I can speak my message and we can provide knowledge for things going forward. And I know it sounds like I'm babbling, but you guys know I've been on this really crazy trip lately and discovering things and learning things, and so excited to share them all with you. And yeah, like that verge of feeling something like we're on the verge of something huge. Okay, that I've had that moment. We had that breakthrough. But again, I feel like I'm on the edge of something huge. And I think that's me coming closer to the vortex. And I'll talk about that another time too. So I'm just grateful for all the opportunities that have been put in front of me, all the trials, all the tests, all the happy and sad. It's just that moment right now going into March, feeling spring, feeling like fresh growth is coming, feeling like planting and getting things ready for that growth. So maybe that's what I'm trying to say this morning. But here we are. Happy Sunday. I'm going to leave it at that. There's so much to be grateful for. And looking back at things and understanding why they happened because we're here now is it's a powerful thing. It really does lift a lot off your shoulders. So make a list. Sit down. Maybe today's a list day. Maybe today's a list thinking day. What are we putting forward for the spring? What are we planting? What do we want to bloom in our gardens? What are we going to promote that we love? And I think I'm going to leave it there. I love you guys. And I am so grateful for you. And I thank you for hanging out here with me, celebrating the beauty, watching the squirrels, appreciating the snow, enjoying the fog, basking in the sunshine, watching things grow, watching the world from the window, watching the world lighten up as we share this gratitudes. I love you guys, and I hope your day is great. Happy beginning of March. I will have our weekly forecast reading out later on today. I'm excited to do that. And yeah, let's get on with the month. Mwah. I love you guys. I will see you again tomorrow in the vlog.